West one time when we were in the 2-bedroom. I bought it that day, and guess that's forever ago. When was that? That was like 2 cruises ago. 3.
The 2-bedroom in Okie West was like 2017.
So that was a long time ago. So yeah, I guess it's been auto renewing ever since then. I don't know. Hey everybody, happy Monday. Getting ready to record 2 shows, listener questions, and one of our old classic shows where we play Guess That Walt Disney World Restaurant. That'll be the Friday show here in just a minute, where we I'm terrible at describing this stuff, where we name
talk about menu items, and then you try to guess what restaurant it is.
There you go.
Scott, does that help you? Was his definition
I think I had
complicated? And then
No, I think I had it. It's just Mike was like specifically said we opened up the mouse for less menus, and I was like, oh, I can't go on Walt Disney World's website. That's where I was confused.
Yeah, because Scott was on the Walt Disney World website. I'm like, no, go to the mouse for less.
That's where I got confused because like, man, what if they don't match? Because there was one particular item I saw today because I was just looking at ADRs and I was like, oh, I'm gonna look at this menu item, and I was like, oh, this could be a good one for that game if we play it.
Yeah.
And then I was like worried that I wasn't going to be on the mouse for less one, but
right.
Either, but I always go to the mouse.
But it was though. It was. I checked.
That's good. That's good. All right. That's good.
It's like you could say like fried green beans, and then
you want to know a complete fail that I did today?
What's that?
Complete fail. So on my Delta app, I have Elizabeth's login as well in case if I ever had to make a switch because we always book separate confirms for upgrade purposes.
Okay. Yeah.
And Liz messages me like first thing this morning at work, like, Emily and I just got an upgrade for our flight on Friday. We're in first class now.
You always get upgrades, dude.
I look down at my phone. It says you've been upgraded. I'm like, oh man, me too.
Oh no!
But it was Liz's notification, not mine.
Oh no!
So I am not upgraded.
That's over.
Do you still have a chance to be upgraded? Like,
there's only 2 seats left, so I doubt it.
I doubt it.
But you got to sit back.
The reason we get upgraded because Liz and Emily Liz has a really good status.
Got it.
We use the American Express card is in her name. It's a Delta one, and we just spend a ridiculous amount of money. We put everything on that card basically, and we get crazy amount of miles and rewards. So she's like a platinum holder or whatever, and I'm silver, so I will not get upgraded.
I mean, you could be a jerk and take,
I thought about like buying one of the seats. It was $420 to go to first class. I'm like, I'm good. I can make it work for 2 hours. I can sit next to a stranger.
You gotta sit back like in the regular seats and like your family sits up front. That's how that works. Like
I'll be in the Comfort Plus, which is like right behind them, but still, like, yeah.
But you won't get like the fancy meal or whatever.
I won't get so they'll be able to order breakfast. They already put their order in.
You always have the best pictures of those meals.
Oh my gosh!
I will still. I always do Comfort Plus, so I'll get like my beer still. But
there you go. Nothing like beer in the morning.
I love my 7 a.m. beer. I'm telling you. I mean, I always tell the flight attendant, like, I've been up for 4 hours, so I think it's fair for me to have
a beer.
That's always my go-to line. Because time doesn't exist when you're flying or in an airport.
This is true.
You're on vacation already. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, time just doesn't exist. Same on the golf course.
That's true.
That's what I learned last Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, that was true. Time did not exist. Anyway, so we're going to be answering your listener questions. If you have questions, drop them in the comments because we could sure use them. And so we're going to have fun. And a shout out.
It's funny. I have a menu right here.
Oh, there you go. Did you steal that from the California Grill?
It's getting better, dude. He's in steer.
I got 3 of them if you want. If you really want.
Oh my God.
He's got the whole section
send that my way, Scott. Go ahead.
I have 6 of them actually, but it was for the 50th.
It
was for the 50th anniversary. That's how they did the menu, so you could take them with you as like a token of the 50th.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I didn't steal the menu, but.
Sure.
Don, we addressed that last night.
We talked about that for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we did. That hurt my head when I went to bed last night. I was confused with all the variables and the parentheses and exponents for all the equation going on. Oh my God. He's trying to do the virtual queue and the Rogers the musical, but he's got a lamplighter and and he's trying to see World of Color with all these. Oh my goodness, he's got so many variables going on. But
try the early one. I don't know.
It will work out. That's we came to the conclusion. It will work out probably.
And They do have a option for standby potentially. I mean, it obviously probably won't be a lot of people in standby that get in, but if for goodness sake, if something happens where you need to, I mean, I guess that's.
But he's going to be in the tour at Disneyland when the virtual queue opens at DCA.
And I think
there's a lot.
I can change these too.
Who's that?
Oh no, this sounds like a terrible idea. Wait. Oh wait, can I do it too? Hold on.
Probably.
Sorry, Mike. I just had to.
You just made me kind of dizzy when you did that. I was like, whoa.
I just started hitting buttons. So
I only have the option of those two. I don't have the option of anything.
You can put it back to how you like it, Mike. I know.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, but it just scared me because I'm like, I thought somebody's hung up.
Why is one of these called Monday layouts?
I could have been funny and be like, dude, you're being ransomware right now.
Yeah, exactly. You've been hijacked. Somebody's like, okay, we got to do this. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hungry already, man. It's 6 o'clock.
I know. Let's do this. I know. Here we go. Okay, so this is 2311 LQs. Okay, here we go. LQs. Here we go. Welcome to episode number.
LQ. Welcome to episode LQ, the Be Our Guest podcast.
That's it.
Here we go. Welcome to episode number 2311 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. Longest week of my life, getting ready to leave for Walt Disney World and the Disney Wish here in just about 2.5 days. And so many things to get done still around the house, but we'll get there and get to sneak out of St. Louis here in the middle of the night, Friday night. We got an early morning Saturday flight. Can't wait to get on that Southwest jet and head down and see everybody. But we got to get these shows out there for you. And that's what we're doing right here because it's Wednesday. It's time for your listener questions. And we got a great panel assembled for you, starting off with your friend down in Atlanta, Georgia. She takes care of everything down at the mouseforless.com, which we're going to be using on Friday's podcast. So you got to check it out. We have Ricky at Ricky Nibs. Ricky, what's going on down in Atlanta today?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's so many changes happening right now on the website. I mean, you got the changes with the whole Disney Genie Plus stuff, that's changing. You got all the holiday stuff. So we got to update the website with all that. So it's a lot of stuff to change. A lot of news has come out over the past, couple weeks, and somebody's got to change it. And it's going to be me. I'm playing the NSYNC song right now in my head, but it's getting updated. And so if you're looking for, all the news of, I mean, I know you talk about it here on Sundays, but if you're looking for the details on, we had the conversation about, you had the conversation about Rogers the Musical. If you want to learn how the whole virtual queue system works, we've got that up on the Mouse for Less too. So yeah, we're just updating like a crazy fool over here.
Sunday nights are good because we do talk about the news because we get calls and that forces us to talk about the news, which is great for our Sunday Night Live call-in shows. Don, lots of variables this past Sunday night, kind of blew our, we got our brains because we're so confused with he has so much going on one trip to see this musical. But let me ask you this, because you mentioned the Christmas stuff happening down at the studios, and every time I hear about Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. I mean, that makes me think of you because that's like your jam. What do you think about Hollywood Nights? I mean, you got to be excited for that.
Can I just say, I am trying to figure out a way to sneak down
You're
to get there. I will have to figure out. So I will probably have to bring Lucy with me. The question is do I bring her to Jollywood Nights or do because I think my mom wants to go if I go, but I need to make decisions ASAP because tickets go on sale soon.
Yeah,
so,
they're gonna go fast.
They're gonna go super fast. I can guarantee it. So I've got to make a decision on what I want to do. I mean, I guess I could always buy the tickets and then, I mean, I don't know. If I go,
if you're going to buy those tickets, you're going to go because they're
no. I would definitely go by myself. I just don't know if I would go with my mom or if I would make my mom watch Lucy. But But she said she wanted to go, so
You
I make my dad watch Lucy.
Bring Donna. Donna
Yes,
needs to go to the party. Bring Lucy and get the pictures.
I mean, there's that option too. I was supposed to take Lucy on her first trip over the last weekend, but unfortunately, somebody got a fever.
Welcome to having kids, man. It never goes the way you plan. The rest of your life.
Yes. So unfortunately, her first trip was not this past weekend, but it will be in July. My birthday is in July, and it's a big one. So we are gonna take her. So I figure that's kind of like a good birthday celebration for a big birthday celebration is to have my daughter's first trip to Walt Disney World. So I think that's a good option. So
just saying, Disney trips.
Look, I'm already getting verklempt just thinking about it. So
you think that trip will be uneventful? No, because I remember the first podcast cruise, we were driving to the port with Mallory because she was little.
Right.
And like stopping it, like we just got to find a Walgreens because she was sick. Had to get like medicine and then we had to get her tonsils taken out right after that when we got home. Like, kids make Disney trips when they're little.
So it's okay.
Change everything. But no, they make them awesome. Don't get me wrong. But
yes.
I mean, 15-year-olds aren't a walk in the park.
This is true.
Then they want Jeeps and stuff, and that ain't happening. So dream on, Mallory. Just
no,
on, sister. Anyway, also joining us today, my brother from another mother up in the mitten. # Scotty G, and I'll see you in a couple days. What's up, Scott?
Hey, Mike. See you in a couple days. Hey, Ricky. I don't do shout outs very often, but I got a quick do one, Mike. The day of recording is 6/26. We know that is Stitch Day, but most importantly, it is Jay Griffith's birthday, the legend. Been listening to this show probably longer than anyone out there. So happy birthday to Jay, longtime listener. And good. It is
absolutely Mr. Ye's birthday, and he's having a good
I know he loves that Stitch Day.
So he absolutely
give him crap for that.
100% adores the fact that his birthday is on Stitch Day. Yes.
I'm gonna say it fits.
It does. It does.
It does. Seriously, big shout out to him, man. He's been a listener for years.
He has,
Mike?
Since almost the beginning. Yeah.
We knew Jay since he was flying the little bitty planes.
This is true, a little bitty.
Guy flies the humongous planes across the Atlantic Ocean.
I mean, he leaves the country to go to Hawaii like every couple of weeks. It seems like how I said, and to go to a different country.
I know, to go to a different country of Hawaii. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I put that in quotes for the people who are not watching this. Yeah.
I love watching his Instagram. Like he gets to go cool places and fly big old planes. Like that's all. Because I mean, back in the day, I was scared to fly. Now I'd fly with him. That'd be cool. Anyway, that's awesome. Happy birthday, Jay. Thanks for bringing that up, Scott. That's great. All right, we have a question here in the chat, and it's from Michelle, who's tuned in. It looks like on YouTube because I see a little red play button. Says best restaurant recommendations for a first-time Disney World visitor. I'm a Disney veteran. Thanks, Run Disney, but my fiance and 2 girls, 10 and 11, have never been. Going in October and staying at Caribbean Beach. So she's been because of Run Disney, but fiance and 2 girls, 10 and 11, never been. Mm-hmm. So you got to give them that kind of Walt Disney World, like ultimate feel.
That's right.
Ricky, what say you? Ladies first.
So these were when I was first planning my first Disney trips back in.
Well, here comes the Chef Mickey's. Here it comes.
No, it's not Chef Mickey's. Back in 2006, 2005 was Brian and my first trip. So I was getting recommendations from all over, back on message board days. There were 2 places that people always talked about as you've got to go here. This is the ultimate Disney experience. One is, and they're both kind of along the same vein. One is 50's Primetime Cafe at Disney's Hollywood Studios because it is it's really good, like home cooking. It's great food, and then the servers play with you. It's you're at your aunt and uncle's house, grandma's house, whatever, having dinner. Your aunt and uncles are there serving you. You've got your cousins there serving you, and they play with. It's 1950. You're in the 1950s, so things that would happen in the 1950s, like them, kind of ribbing you about having your elbows on the table, or, they give you a sticker, maybe if you clean your plate, that kind of stuff. Like that's the stuff that happens there. The other place that, if you're looking for a place that's not in a theme park, I'm going to go with Whispering Canyon. I love breakfast there. I think the breakfast is fantastic. It's all you care to eat skillets with things like Mickey waffles and scrambled eggs and bacon and sausage and breakfast potatoes and lots of other things. But dinner is also good. They have like kind of a barbecue option kind of thing for dinner. So that's also a good choice. But again, they kind of play with you there. So, they have horse races and it's kind of a, for anybody who hasn't been to, Mulder's Lodge, which is where the restaurant is, it's definitely a rustic feel of a resort. So, that's why the horse races fit in. They've, sang "I'm a Little Teapot" before.
Stick horses. They're those little,
there's stick horses. Yeah. Not real horses.
There's not real ponies in this.
And of course, if you ask for a large drink, they will definitely bring you a large drink sometimes, or they will. Trust me, you don't want to ask for ketchup. I mean, you do, but you also don't. So. So anyway, those are like the two that for anybody who's on a first timer trip, they want that kind of quintessential Disney vacation option. Those are the two that like I always go to because those were the two that were given to me as the best options for the first timer kind of thing. So
both great calls, not characters,
not character meals,
but entertainment.
But characters in there. In the restaurant, yeah.
They're not like like Disney characters, but they are themed. They're very themed and very experiential. They're entertainment. They're great food at both.
Yes.
And right now I'm starving. Both great food. Scott, what do you got? Because I know you're just as hungry as I am.
I'm very hungry. Oh, yeah, those are great picks there, Ricky. I was going 100% character meal because when I think of like first time going to Walt Disney World, you got 10 and 11-year-old girls like. I'm 100% going for the character meal. And this one is up there, but I think you just got to do this. I did this on my first visit with my daughter. There's nothing more special than eating in Cinderella's royal table. So I'm going with the castle as mine. But if you can't do that one or like it's hard to get or whatever, I like Crystal Palace as another alternative. You're not going to have the classic Mickey or anything in there, but you get this great view of Main Street, the hub, and the castle while you're having characters breakfast with great characters like Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, and all those guys. So those are my two go-tos for a first time.
That's good.
Two other I'll throw in. They're both character meals too, because again, with 10 and 11-year-olds, I probably want character meals. Garden Grill over in the land at Epcot because it rotates. That's kind of fun, and you got characters, and the food there is stinking good. I mean, it's not super fancy either. That's why I like it so much. And again, kind of if you can't get in the castle or you want to go to slightly less expensive, Akershus in Norway, princess meal. But people don't realize, if you've never been inside that restaurant, it looks like the castle on the inside. Once you it doesn't look like much on the outside, but when you get on the inside, it is amazing on the inside. Now the food's a little funky. I mean, it's a little wild.
This is a great question for Ricky. Has breakfast come back there? Because that used to be my spot for breakfast, and the breakfast is really great there.
Yes, they did just bring breakfast back not that long ago.
I thought I heard that. Yeah.
So yay.
So there we gave 6 options. So I think right there, if you can pick between those, I think you're going to be great. All right, we've got a question here from Kevin on Facebook. So thanks for joining us, Kevin. So with the new Genie Plus, can someone get a single park Genie if they have the Park Hopper ticket? For example, if I rope drop Animal Kingdom, could I get a single park for Hollywood and stack attractions for after 2 p.m.? Ricky, this is you because it's making my head hurt.
I get it. And I mean, obviously, as of the recording of this, it hasn't officially come out yet.
They haven't given many details.
They haven't. And of course, it's Disney. So and it comes out tomorrow officially. So like everything, it'll all hit the fan tomorrow. So we'll learn more. But from my understanding, I think you can do it this way, where you can get if you rope drop Animal Kingdom and you don't get the Genie Plus for that park, I think you can get it for the second park that you want to go to and then stack your options. Yes, I believe that will be how it works. Now, of course, if you wanted to use it for both Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, then you'd have to get the park hopping option. But I think, and like I said, this hasn't officially rolled out yet. It will by the time this comes out, but I think that's how it will work, and that's what makes the most sense. But then again, it's Disney, so who knows?
So here's my question, though. Okay, this is what I was looking for when I went to do some research on this. Obviously, the difference is the pricing.
Yes.
So do you think the price will increase on the Genie Plus as we know it now that's multi-park, or do you think they're going to
adorable that you think that it wouldn't increase?
or do you think they cut back a little bit for the single day? Do you think that the price will stay the same as it is now? I mean, it's variable pricing anyway.
Yes.
So it's kind of hard to say like where it'll stay, but I mean, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, are they going to increase the price? I just don't know like how that's going to work as far as what, I mean, we don't know either. We're just trying to
until tomorrow.
I mean, what do you think it's going to look like for like the multi-day Genie Plus? Like, what do you think the difference will be between the regular Genie Plus, which is multi-park, and the single day Genie Plus? What,
I definitely think there'll be a price increase because it's Disney, and any chance they have the opportunity to price increase that kind of slyly, they probably will. So I'm going to say that the park hopping option will be a little bit more than it currently is now. And I'm going to say, if I had to guess, I mean,
$10 maybe.
Yeah, I would say at least $10. Maybe more. Some parks, like if you're wanting to go
that'd be like 30%.
If you want to go to Animal Kingdom, I mean, I don't see Animal Kingdom being like super expensive most days. So if you want to do Animal Kingdom and then say go to Magic Kingdom, I think that'll, it'll be a big jump to buy that, the park hopper for that option. But, I don't know. We'll find out, I mean, for sure tomorrow. But that would be my guess, is that I think it'll be at least a $10 difference in the individual option versus the
I'm curious to see how that all comes out. Because I couldn't, obviously we don't have the details yet,
right? And I see, hoping the single park Genie option should be cheaper. It will be cheaper than the multi-park option, obviously, but I don't know if it'll be cheaper than what it'll be a little cheaper than what it is now, but I mean, I think at the basic price right now, it starts at $15, $17. I don't think it'll be cheaper than that. Let's put it that way. So I think it'll start like Disney's Animal Kingdom will be $15, $17. Epcot maybe, $18, $20. And then I think Disney's Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom will be along the same lines of maybe like $20, $25. And then, so somewhere around there. Again, this is all just me guessing. I have absolutely no idea, but I think that those two parks, Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom, will always be the more expensive ones.
Scott, where are you putting you're a gambler? Where are you putting your
gamble? Let's go, Scott.
Where are you putting your spread on this?
No, I like the way Ricky just described that. Like if that was like the bet out there and I was gonna get like even money on it, I would put all my money on Ricky there. I think that's a solid win.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it.
I have no idea. The thing is, like with Disney doing this variable pricing, like they have so much fluidity in how they can price anything that you really can't tell. It's so hard to like get a bait, if there's not a consistent price for the thing.
And it'll change by day.
Exactly. Like you don't know. Like it's like, it's so hard, unless you have some, baseline. It's like, well, Wednesday it was this, but Friday it was that.
Well, I think the baseline will be like I was saying, like that $15, maybe $17, like that'll be your base price. I don't think it'll go down any cheaper than that.
Right. And bottom line is a lot of times you're just going to get there and you're just going to push the button to buy it. You're just going to like,
exactly. And you're like, this hurts, but okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, I can't think about it. Get it? Okay. That's how it is. All right, Abigail's got a question in the inbox. Hey, BOGP crew, I'm planning on flying down to see my folks who live an hour away from Disney sometime in early December. They are not annual pass holders, but we do love Disney. Well, you can still love Disney without being an annual pass holder. My question is, should we buy tickets to Mickey's Christmas party at the Magic Kingdom or a different after-hours event such as Epcot or Hollywood Studios? We only would do the one-day ticket event as we have gone to all the parks many times. We did the Christmas party last year and loved it. My mom and I enjoyed riding the rides while my dad enjoyed all the snacks. We all loved the low crowds and became very spoiled. Obviously, we're all adults and can stay up till midnight. Thanks for all that you do. Abby is in Illinois. So what advice, Scott, would you give Abby? Going to fly down and see the folks. They're an hour outside of Disney, but they don't have tickets. What'd you do?
That's tough. So this time of year, I don't think they're going to have like those after hour events at the Magic Kingdom, which are usually my favorites.
Yeah, no, they definitely won't.
Because they're going to have all the Christmas parties going on. 25 nights, I think, is what I read on the Mouse for Less.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dates.
It's a lot of dates.
So the clear answer for me is like the new thing, right? Like if you did the Christmas party at Magic Kingdom last year, you got to do Jollywood, what we were talking about at the beginning. Now, there's two sides of this. Jollywood could like sell out immediately, and it could just, who knows, like, I know Disney, they're probably going to oversell some of these things, and we just don't know what that flow is going to look like, because we've seen hard ticket events at the studios kind of flop a little bit. Those villain nights, they just oversell the park and it just gets out of hand. So I almost think the safe bet is doing Mickey's Not So Scared. I'm not so scared. Mickey's Very Merry again, because we know what that party's like. We know it's a lot of fun. You get the fireworks, you get the parades, you get all the attractions. I think that's the way to go, actually. If I'm going to lean towards doing the Magic. I'm going to lean towards Very Merry as doing that one again.
I kind of agree with you. Now, the one thing that concerns me is she said that they enjoyed the snacks, which the snacks were were from a couple years ago, because they had the Christmas after hours event for the year of 2020 or 2021. One of those.
Called? I couldn't remember that the other night.
Yeah, and I'm blanking on what it's called
Christmas too. Party. What was it?
It was something. It was something after hours. I know that, but because it was based off the after hours idea. So Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is different in the sense of you don't get the snacks included with the admission. So that's where I was a little concerned when she said,
you don't wait with Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. You don't get cocoa and
you get the cookie.
You get the cookie. You get the cookie.
Yeah. You get the cookies and the hot cocoa. But I didn't know if she was talking about that or if she was talking about, because for the other one they offered the popcorn and the ice cream and the
ice cream bars. Yeah, but
since it's been a few years, I don't know which one she's talking about. Okay, so that got me a little.
I think of snacks is just the cocoa and the cookies. Like that's snacks.
Yeah, I think about the specialty treats a little bit.
Yeah,
right. That's what I think too, Scott. I think more the specialty treats. So anyway, I do though think Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is your better option. Because you're going to have the holiday festivities. So you're going to be there during the holidays anyway. So that's good. If you did, I think Epcot may offer an after hours event, maybe during the holiday season. Again, like Scott said, like it's going to be tough because they are offering so many hard ticket events already. So I don't know if they still will offer it for Epcot, for the after hours event. But I agree with you, Scott. The Jollywood, I mean, as awesome as I think it's going to be, you were absolutely right. Those events at Hollywood Studios, man, sometimes they go real wrong real fast. And I don't know what it is about Hollywood Studios. And I think you're right. I think sometimes they do oversell that park for some odd reason. I don't think they have a handle on how many people can go in that park on a special hard ticket event. And I don't know why. Hopefully that will be rectified with the Jollywood Nights event. But then again, you're going to have a ton of people clamoring to get into that event. So
I think they will learn. I think they will learn from some of those previous events not to oversell it.
God, I hope they
Disney,
do.
Though.
Oh no!
I want to make some money, right? So maybe you do oversell it because there's a demand for it.
Exactly.
The problem is too, like it's the smallest park, but they put like the most popular events like at that park, because like the villains thing was like incredibly like popular, and this thing is getting that same kind of buzz. People are just like,
"Well, I'm worried about it." I brought that up.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like it's a wild thing. It's like the smallest parks getting.
That's why your sure thing is if you had to buy tickets early too, because you have to buy them early because you're worried these things sell out.
Exactly.
So your safe bet, like back to the previous question, if I'm putting my even money bet out there, I'm going with Very Merry is going to be the most enjoyable out of the two.
I think you are
because
correct.
We don't know how chaotic the Jollywood Nights is going to be until they're like 3 parties in.
Exactly. And because the first party is going to be a cluster because it's going to be all bloggers, vloggers, people like me.
Exactly.
Trying to get content for, websites that they work for, that kind of thing. So
bunch of bloggers. Look out.
I know.
Look out. Bloggers and Santa hats.
Let's just be honest. If you can avoid that first party, I would avoid that first party. I mean, plain and simple with you.
Unless you want to get an autograph from your favorite blogger.
Exactly. Unless you're looking to meet somebody, and then go to that one. Yeah, I might actually avoid that first one too, to be perfectly honest, and go to one that's maybe not so crazy.
Meet Ricky and get a cookie.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe that's what they should have called it. Mickey's Not So Crazy.
Ricky's Not So Scary.
Ricky's Not So Scary Christmas Party. There you go.
Whatever it is. Anyway, all right. Good question. David's got a question here. Let's see. Let's see here. Hi guys, my family gave me a quick solo summer trip to Walt Disney World in a few weeks for Father's Day. How about that? And I'm looking for a way to escape the heat in the evening. What are your recommendations for a nice solo table service meal? And do you need reservations for solo dining at the bar at Topolino's? Ooh. Thanks. Do you need Topolino's bar? Do you need a reservation?
Yeah, I mean, no, you just kind of go up there, and it's just like depends on how busy they are. So,
do they serve food though?
That's the thing. I don't know if they serve food. I've only seen them serve booze. You might be able to get some appetizers there, maybe. So I can't 100% say that you can order like the soul fish, for example, that I'd love to get there. But
it's not considered a lounge. I don't like, because I obviously have been updating the menus since they're, redoing the whole dining plan and adding a bunch of lounges on there. And that's never been like a lounge that was added to the list. So like, I don't even know if they consider that to be a lounge. So I'm not even sure. Like you said, I'm not sure if you can even get food there.
But they do have like some nice, like even like tabletops up there too, that they tell us that, hey, you guys can hang out here before your meal. So that's a great question. Now, like I don't know if I've ever seen anyone with food at those tables.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, just the second part of his question though, a nice place to grab something solo. Now it's not really table service, but you can get really good food. I go to Geyser Point.
Ooh,
I mean, dude, great place for solo. You can watch some TV, watch some sports, enjoy the weather. Even though it is outside, it's covered and it's kind of cool, and especially in the evenings. Geyser Point, especially if you're in the Magic Kingdom area.
That's at Disney's Wilderness Lodge for anybody who doesn't know that. Yeah. Okay.
So Ricky, give another suggestion for David. We'll each try to give one.
I can't believe I'm going to suggest this. This is. Huh? No, not Chef Mickey's. So since my daughter got sick for, the weekend, it was the weekend of Father's Day. And so luckily my parents ended up watching Lucy on Father's Day for us. So Brian and I ended up going to Epcot. And there were two things that Brian wanted to do. One, he wanted to ride Guardians. He has been dying to ride Guardians since we got on the preview, and since I couldn't ride it the rest of the time after that because I was pregnant, he hasn't ridden it since. And two, Brian is a big fan of German food.
Yes,
and
Beer Garden.
Yeah, he has been putting it off.
Brian is awesome. I love that restaurant. It never gets any love. Yeah.
I have been putting off Beer Garden for 16 plus years. Okay.
Yeah,
like seriously.
Okay,
actually, I think it's longer than that. I've been putting off Beer Garden for, since 2005. So I since it was Father's Day, I said, okay,
we can go
to Beer Garden and have, dinner. And so we went to Beer Garden. I managed to get a reservation day of, and I was like, all right, let's go. And I have to admit, the food was actually really good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so since having Lucy, I haven't had the biggest sweet tooth, which is really weird to me because I had like the biggest sweet tooth before even before I got pregnant and all that. So my sweet tooth was like monstrous. Since I had her, I haven't had, so the desserts were okay to me, but the food part, that was incredible. They have a beer cheese soup that I'm telling you, rivals Lascellier's
dinner time. Don't start listing all the food.
Pretzel bread. Oh my gosh. I was dipping that pretzel bread in that soup. It was so good. And then they had so much other good stuff. I can't even tell you.
All the meat.
Potato salad was good.
Like Arby's.
I didn't eat the sausages because I'm not the biggest fan of those. But I mean, everything else was so delicious. So, and you can go there by yourself. Now, so here's the thing, Mike. I couldn't tell if they were seating people with other parties.
Remember how people that listen to the show.
No, I know that, but I don't know if they've changed it since COVID. Because when I went, it looked like most people were sitting with their party. So I don't know if they changed that with COVID. So because it was kind of like an awkward thing to sit with somebody you didn't know after COVID. So I don't know about that because it did look like everybody was sitting with their own party. But at least you could still go to Beer Garden. They have the band that performs, which was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Beer Garden, and I can't believe I'm saying these words. And they are doing that again. I heard for a while they weren't doing that either.
No, you can't dance, I think.
We were dancing. They were did that. You can. They did the duck dance.
We got to move on because we're going.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It turned into a Beer Garden commercial, which I'm fine.
It sure did.
Here's the last question: did Brian dance? Did he have a big beer? He at least got a big beer, right?
He had a beer. He didn't have a big beer. He got a small beer.
You got a small beer? Brian needed a big beer.
No, I know. He did. Well, he'd gotten a beer earlier at the Odyssey Pavilion too, so he'd had a few beers.
Okay,
he had a few beers that day. Yeah.
Okay, Scott. One last solo play for Kevin. Dave.
Yeah. So I kind of have two quick answers, Mike. So I loved your guys' point. So I kind of wanted to roll into that and just say, like, I know technically not in quotes a table service restaurant, but Three Bridges too at Coronado is another great option because if you're anything like me, like even if you're not a drinker or not, like I just love to sit at a bar and just talk with the servers and like just learn their story and talk to them. Like that's why I love going to like just lounge, like pool bars and stuff like that too. Like I'll just go up there, talk with the bartender for a few minutes. Like it's just a cool thing for me to do. So that might not be your style, but if it is, I think Three Bridges is another great option. If you just want to be alone, get out of that heat, like you said, maybe you're at the Magic Kingdom, got to escape that Magic Kingdom heat, take the monorail over and go to the Contemporary, go to Steakhouse 71. I think that's a great place to have a nice table service meal and beat the heat.
That is a good place. I like that. That's a good meal too. Oh,
it is.
The cake.
I know that's why I get the answer. No,
I love bacon and eggs. So
it's a good one too.
It's so good.
All right,
lots of great options there at Steakhouse 71. Whether what time of day he's going for dinner, obviously, because he wanted to beat the heat late in the night. That's why I like. Yeah.
All right, Jules got a quick question. We have park reservation for Epcot on the 4th of July, which we've all been there many times on that same day. Planning to arrive late afternoon, early evening. How crazy will parking be? It will be crazy.
Maybe not like when you get there. Like when you get there, it might be decent-ish.
I think everybody's coming in right about that time though to see the fireworks.
Maybe, yeah. I think it's usually busier in the morning because obviously a lot of people are getting there in the morning for the whole day. The time where it's going to be the problem is in the evening because Epcot does close at 9 and there's nothing else after that. So like everybody's just going to be swarming the exit all at once. So just pack your patience to leave. Just walk around World Showcase slowly. That's going to be my best suggestion for you because it's gonna. I have left on New Year's Eve, and that was a nightmare. So I can.
I've left like it on one of those holidays, and it looks like the last scene in Dreams, like with all the cars like coming forever.
Yeah. So
did they ever close Epcot's parking lot and like make you park at the TTC and monorail over? I don't think it ever gets that bad, right?
No, I think maybe back in the day.
Park in the grass and stuff.
I parked there for a Run Disney event in the grass once they have.
They keep you there, but they keep you like way far away.
Yeah. Actually, I think they used to do the opposite. I think that they would take people from because the TTC, I think, was the thing that got.
Which blows my mind because that parking lot is way bigger. But
I think they actually bust people from. I think they told them to go to Epcot and they bust them over. So I think that's how it worked back in the day. But I think Epcot's parking lot is huge, so I think you're fine there.
It's the best parking lot. It is though. It really is. Of all the, I remember like WDW Radio did like a parking lot episode once, and it was like they spent 20 minutes on about the TTC, the Animal Kingdom. They spent a good 10 minutes on. Then was Animal Kingdom, and they're like. Epcot, it's the best. End of show. That's seriously how they ended the show. Like,
when you run Disney, though, you know all the parking lots. So
it's true. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And thanks to Brandon, it was Disney's very merriest.
That's it. I knew it had after hours in it.
God, thank you guys, because that kind of stuff that keeps me up at night. I know I'm a weirdo. Stephanie's got a question. Hey, Mike and team, we're working on a list of things to do at Walt Disney World during the holidays that cost little to no extra money. Stephanie is my kind of people right here. One of those things to see the Fort Wilderness Christmas decorations. We'll be staying on property, but not over there. What's the best way to try and see these decorations? Also, what ideas do each of you have for fun ways to celebrate the holidays that cost little to no extra? We've decided to forego the parties this year in order to put that money towards future trips. Thank you. Stephanie's out in Boise, home of the blue turf. Got to say it every time. Okay, so Yes, do go see the decorations at the campgrounds and the where the campers are and the motorhomes. They are awesome. They are so worth the trip. So this easiest way, just go to the Magic Kingdom, take a boat over to the campground. Boom, you're there. It's awesome. Maybe by then the new and improved Trails End will be open. I mean, it's only June.
It's adorable that you think it's going to be improved.
Dude, well, maybe it'll be back open. If not, do a night and go to Hoop-Dee-Doo. Schedule Hoop-Dee-Doo and do Hoop-Dee-Doo and see that. Yeah, that's what I would do right there. Now that costs extra.
That does, yeah.
But
that's not free.
But it's worth it. That show is so awesome. Yeah, so I would do that. I think what else? So
I got something.
Okay, go Scott. We got
this isn't in the no. It was said little to no, so this will be. I would throw this in the little, the high little maybe. But go play Winter Summerland, the mini golf. I love the mini golf at Walt Disney. I love mini golf everywhere. But it's Christmas time, like I know Mike's theory is always like he likes to play the summer side when it's Christmas because he likes to be the opposite of whatever the season is. I like both. Usually when I go there, I just play the one that has the shortest line. That's to be real, but play the Christmas one. If you're foregoing the Christmas parties, you're doing all these decorations, keep that Christmas spirit up, the holiday spirit up, and play the winter side. And there's lots of great holiday theme on that golf course.
I like that. Yeah, I like
that. And they have annual. I don't know if Stephanie is an annual pass holder, but they do AP discounts there, so you can save like 15% there. Or if you have a package, maybe you go earlier in the day. You can use like one of your discounts through the package. But either way, like it's not going to break the bank.
No, it's reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times with packages before 4:00, they're free. You get a free round.
Yeah. All right, mine is free, and it's going to be to go to Disney Springs and go to the Christmas tree. It was a trail, now it's a stroll, because they don't have it all back to back, which they used to have like just all the trees in one little tiny area. And my anxiety was always like up here because it was like, oh my God, all the people. So now I like that it's a stroll because the trees are scattered throughout Disney Springs, which makes it much more pleasant to get around. And they have different trees. They have usually about 25 to 30 or so trees, and they're all decorated on various different Disney movies, or sometimes you'll have a theme park option thrown in there or things like that. And so those are really fun, and they do have like a little scavenger hunt that you can do. Now I don't remember if you get anything if you complete it. Sometimes I think you do, sometimes I think you don't, but it'll depend on the year. And so but either way, it's really fun to just kind of complete the scavenger hunt, whether it's on your own or not, and find all the Christmas trees. And that's a really fun thing. That's whenever I would go with my family during the Christmas holiday season, and we weren't, looking to go in the parks or anything like that. That's usually what I would suggest us doing. It's a fun time.
That is kind of fun because then it gives you inspiration, especially if you're there early in the season, for what you might want to do with your tree at home.
Right. And then you can go buy an ornament at the Christmas shop, and they will gladly sell you one that's probably on one of those trees. So.
Spend a lot of money.
Get it personalized too.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Last question of the day. I don't think we have the answer to this question, but I'm putting it out there as the last question so that we can kind of crowdsource this one. But Ricky, you might know the answer to this one because you're smarter than the average bear. So we'll see. Jeremy has it. Hey, Mike and crew, I have a question regarding the police and fire patches that are displayed, or at least were at one point, in the firehouse at the Magic Kingdom. In 2008, I gave my Urbana, Illinois, I guess that's Champaign-Urbana. I always say it wrong, but I drive through there all the time going to Indy. Police patch to a cast member there on one of our visits. I'd be interested if if they are still displayed and just how often they are changed out. I'm sure they get a ton of patches over the years, but I've never heard a firm answer on this. My daughter and I are going back in August for a daddy-daughter 8th grade graduation trip for her and staying at the Grand Floridian. We're both excited, and I would love to know if I'm able to find my department's patch if it's displayed. Thanks for all the wonderful episodes, Jeremy. So I know that in the firehouse, there is a tradition that they do have, and I've seen them. Mm-hmm. They have various fire patches and police patches displayed from around the country, around the world. But I have no idea what the protocols are for like how often they're changed and how they decide who gets displayed where. Ricky, do you have any background on that?
I've never heard anything about how they get displayed. Or how long they stay up for, I have no idea. I know the patches are still there. But I don't know, and maybe a guest relations cast member can chime in, because I'm sure that they probably have an idea, because that seems like a very guest relations thing to do, or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. But that's a really interesting question of how often they're cycled through.
Well, I just wanted to put this out there because, first of all, we appreciate Jeremy's service, and that's really cool that he gave that patch to the folks at the Magic Kingdom for display. And we have so many listeners, right? So there's a good chance that somebody is in the know, because we have a lot of cast members and retired cast members and folks that work in places where they may have this answer. So if you do know this answer, Mike at beourguestpodcast.com, so I can pass this on to Jeremy. We'll share it here on the show, or just let me know on the social media and I'll retweet it for the good of the cause, because it's something I bet you a lot of us would be. We're all Disney nerds. We'd love to know how this works. So let me know at beourguestmike on Twitter, Instagram, and we'll share that to everybody. So that is going to do it. But I'd love to know myself, because I think that's a super cool tradition. I love that Disney does little things like that. Like, I love the flag retreat every day, the stuff in the firehouse. Love that. I love seeing the firehouse at Disneyland. That was so cool. That was one of my favorite things. All right. Well, hey, we're going to jump out of here, but come back on Friday, because we're going to play a game. Hopefully it goes well. Don't listen hungry. Don't listen on a run. It's going to be rough, because we're going to be naming menu items from Walt Disney World restaurants, and you got to decide which restaurant we're picking those items from. So it'll go off the rails, but hopefully we'll have a good time leading into the weekend, right into our podcast cruise too. So anyway, today's show and all shows brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Check them out over at themagicforless.com. The agents are standing by right now over there to help you plan a great Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney trip. No additional cost to you. So check them out today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. We do that online shopping. Prime Day coming up. I believe it's July 11th and 12th. So when you shop Prime Day, use that link. It works on that day as well, those 2 days. And also patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Thanks to our patrons who support us and allow us to put these shows out 3, 4, 5 times a week. We appreciate that so much. And our patrons get the bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. This week we talked about an old man that's hanging on in baseball, one of my heroes, and how cool road trips actually are. So that's what we had this week. If you'd like to join us, come over to patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Give Ricky a follow on the social media. She's at Ricky Nibs. She keeps you up to date with everything that is going on in the Disney universe. Ricky Nibs, RAKKINIBS. Scott's at Epscott, EPSCOT. And I'm at Be Our Guest Mike, Instagram and Twitter. Give us a follow. No Sunday night live show, because we'll be hanging out, getting ready to get on the Disney Wish the next morning. So we'll get back to those right away after we get back from the cruise. All right. So we'll be back in on Friday. So for Ricky and Scott, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. And yes, Fulton, I did see that today on Twitter, and I am getting one of those ASAP, because that is my jam. That confetti cookie dough blizzard. Oh my goodness. Because I've been getting the bricky.
That sounds like a lot going on.
That does sound like a lot going on.
My go-to the last couple of months has been one called the Brookie.
That sounds good too. Yeah, that sounds good.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
So just for fun, I know Fulton just mistyped Ricky's name there, but this got me thinking, Ricky, which female lead Friends character are you? Are you Rachel?
I mean, I feel like Rachel's always the one that I've like connected with more. So I feel like I would be a Rachel. Yeah. But you
got all of them. I was leaning towards Phoebe for some reason with you. I don't know why, but
I can be a little quirky, and I definitely see that would be the case. And I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind being married to Paul Rudd. So
right? I wouldn't mind being married to Paul Rudd.
That would be amazing. So don't tell Brian.
And him and I, when we're having dinner together, we would just be like, "Look at us."
Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea who Paul Rudd is.
What?
Sad.
That is very sad.
I
mean, you know who Ant-Man. I mean, you've seen the Disney.
He doesn't know Ant-Man.
I know he's never seen that movie. I'm just saying, like, you've seen them like advertise Ant-Man before, right? Oh my god.
Where he might know Paul Rudd is from Clueless.
Yes. Have you seen Clueless?
I've never seen Clueless.
Oh, as if.
That's where I fell in love with Paul Rudd. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
he's charming as heck in that.
Oh my gosh, yes, he is.
I'll have to look him up because if Scott wants to be married to him and you want to be married to him,
I'm just saying, man, the guy doesn't age. He's gorgeous looking. He's funny.
Like,
funny.
You don't want to be married to him, so he must be one heck of a guy.
He is.
That's funny. Okay, so the rule is: are we doing only table service restaurants? Or are we doing counter service?
Oh yeah, I got
some rules.
It's up to you guys.
Whatever works for me. We should probably. I was going to do table service, but
okay, well we can do table service.
But if we want to do a mix of, it kind of helps to know though which way you're.
That's true. So you can have an idea which way to go.
I say we do table service.
I say we do table service.
Yeah, that kind of cuts it down.
That might give me an advantage. No, just kidding.
Yeah, let's just go. Yeah, let's just go table service.
So I know you're going to explain it on the show for like listeners play along with, but like Ricky list off a menu item. It could be anything on the menu. It doesn't have to be an appetizer. It doesn't have to go in any kind of order. It could be whatever. And then we guess it, Mike, off one item.
So it's not just one. It's like usually, don't we do like 3 or so? Or
no, just do one and then like let us guess. And then if we don't get it, then you'll give a second thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Let's do it that way. I mean, I don't know if that's how we used to do it.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Or then we stop at 3. Do 3 guesses and then
but after 3 guesses, we're out. Like,
do we try to team up together and come up with one answer?
Oh man.
No, we just kind of do it.
Okay. I didn't know if I don't know. I think it's this. I think it's that. All right. Our answer is blank.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. We'll just. I guess we'll wing it.
There's something wrong with the mouse.
That sounds about it. Yeah, there's something wrong on the mouse for list. I found a menu that was wrong, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Is it something like bad that I shouldn't like use?
Oh no. It's just we're missing. We have a breakfast menu, but we don't have a dinner menu, and it says dinner, and I clicked on it, and it didn't take me to dinner.
We're also proofreading the mouse for less.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Let's start this so we can eat dinner. Okay. Here we go. 23:13. Here we go. Damn, my throat. Nope, not that one. Here we go.
I just had a listener of the show just text me, by the way, that Paul Rudd is only 54. I mean, is 54. Like, he looks like he's 30.
I know, right?
That's so funny.
He does.
You got
Marlessa?
No, it was actually Beth.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, yeah, okay.
54. Okay, here we go. Killing me. Wait, what number? 23:13. Here we go. Welcome to episode 2313 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rahman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you, and the day has arrived. It is time to leave for the Be Our Guest Podcast Cruise 6. Scott is actually already on his way down to Walt Disney World today. I'm following him a short 24 hours later. I get to get out of here super early tomorrow morning. But hey, we're not leaving you without podcasts. You will have podcasts the entire time that we are out at the Bahamas, at Nassau, at Castaway Cay, and all the times we're down at Walt Disney World. Don't worry, we never leave you without podcasts. You'll have content. You'll have fun stuff to listen to. And you can still reach out to us on the social media as well. But today, it's the weekend. We are giddy. We're giving you, everybody that's headed down to Florida, safe travels. We cannot wait to see you. It's going to be so much fun. But we're playing a game that you can play on the plane. If you're sitting on your, now, if you're like me and you're sitting on a Southwest flight where you don't have first class, you can sit there 3 across and play this game with those people around you. Pam and Mallory will be like, shut up and just listen to my music and watching my Netflix movie or whatever. They don't want to play this game with me. They're just like, just do you, Mike. Just look out the window. They don't want to play this game with me. But if you have cool family members, they might want to play this game with you, you know, whatever. If you're driving around the car, whatever, you're having a good time at the dinner table this weekend, play this game. It's a lot of fun, but you got to have a smartphone or something with menu items. But we're going to have a good time with you to kick off the weekend. So joining me today, your friend of mine from the mouseforless.com, which is going to be invaluable for today's episode. We have Ricky. Ricky, happy Friday. Any big plans for the weekend?
I mean, I wish I was going on a cruise, but
I know, so do we. We need somebody to keep us out of trouble. But
unfortunately, real life and having a baby throws a little wrench in that. I mean, I love her to death. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that she's here. But you know, when you can't get the childcare that you need to watch your child when you go on a cruise, that kind of throws a wrench in the system. So, I mean, I don't feel bad for me completely. I am going on a Disney Wish cruise. It's just not in July. It's in August, which is a long story because I had originally planned on going.
You know, it's one
yeah.
You're just trying to avoid us, but we understand.
Exactly. No, trust me. I wish that I was able to switch it to the BOGP cruise. So what had happened was that I had a cruise booked last year, and actually that cruise had been booked from 2018. It had been a one that I booked on board, and I'd just been pushed back because of COVID and lots of other things. So last year, it was finally the year me and Brian were like, okay, we're going to take this cruise. It's in August. We're going to have a good time. The Disney Wish just started sailing. It's going to be great, right? And then in July, I found out I was pregnant. So needless to say, with me being as sick as I was like, I do not want to be on a ship and have issues. So thankfully, Disney very graciously allowed me to push my cruise back, even though I'd already paid for it. And they were very, very nice, and that I didn't lose all of my money. So hooray! I have to go on. So yeah, I had to go on the cruise in August because I had already paid my money.
We'll get the ship ready for you. We'll look at it.
That's exactly right.
Let's get it all set up for you and just give you the lay of the land.
Exactly. So yeah, it was either an August cruise or lose lots of money. And I was like, nope, not losing lots of money. So August it was.
That ain't happening. No, it'll be fun. And that way we'll have to just think about it. It's for the podcast. We'll have 2 trip reports.
We will have 2 trip reports. So I'm going to miss you guys so much, though. I know how awesome the BOGP podcast cruises are. I know how much fun they are. I'm going to miss being with you 3 so very much. And all the listeners, I know there's a ton of you guys coming, and it's just going to be this giant party, and I'm not going to be there for it. And I'm going to be so left out. So just somebody bring like a stick, Ricky, and just take pictures with me. I just totally came up with it. And I know that somebody's going to actually do it now.
We'll make it happen. Because we've had stick mics like at race weekends where I couldn't make it. So we'll make
so just make a stick, Ricky, and just take pictures with me, and it'll be fine. Yeah.
All right. My brother from another mother, seeing him in less than 24 hours. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fun. Hashtag Scotty G. Scotty, so it's Friday. You are arriving at Walt Disney World today, correct?
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Yes, I am flying down. I'm that guy whose family left him for first class.
Nice.
So I might be making new friends back there, in Comfort Plus. Asking them about what's your favorite Walt Disney World menus. We're all flying to the same place.
Like, hey, I'm a podcaster. You want to play a game with me? And they're like, dude, go.
If anyone is flying to Orlando out of Detroit, 7 a.m., maybe we can play some of those interactive games you have on the displays, because I'm going to be solo basically on this flight. My family's going to be up having breakfast and all that. So, but yeah. I'm at Walt Disney World today, dude. It's been a minute for me too. I haven't been since Princess, and my schedule, man. I go quite a bit, so I slowed things down a little bit. It's been 4 months since I've been in Florida, so really excited to sail away. Ricky, we're gonna miss you. Was there talks about you coming? Like
there was,
but not anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, no. See, okay, so then, like I said, it's just all a big mess because my 40th birthday is in a few weeks after the cruise, so I'm going to go down for my 40th. I figured being there on my 40th would be, kind of.
All right. Well, maybe I'll just extend the stay and get that Florida residency.
Just be there through July 23rd and we'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So my big birthday is in a couple weeks. So it was like, I had to make a choice for days off, like I had. And I was like, well, as much as I really want to be there, again, after you guys get off the ship, I also only turned 41.
Choices were made.
It's fine. I was really hoping to see you, Lucy, and Brian.
I know.
It's okay. We'll see it.
Brian a big beer.
I know. Brian a big beer. I know.
Yeah. But yeah, super excited, Mike. I'm excited for this podcast episode we're going to do today. But yeah, we've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I don't want to talk about too much excitement. I know Ricky's on the show. I don't want to. I don't want to rub it. I'm not trying to rub it in.
I know. It's terrible. I get it.
But I'm actually really excited for this trip. I haven't felt this way in a while. I mean, I get excited for the Run Disney trips. I get excited for all my trips, but this one is non-Run Disney. I don't have to worry about running.
That's true. Yes.
I just get to relax, which is like I'm Dave from the planning videos, man. I'm Mr. Relaxation. vacation guy.
Yes.
Work is stressful. I got 10 days off of work. Like, let's go. Let's do it.
Guess what? I'm next door to Scott. I'm going to beat on his door at like 2:35 in the morning and be like, dude, let's go. We're going to miss the bus. It's here at 3.
Who knows? I might just be coming back from the bar. I might not even be there.
Good point.
Why aren't the bars open later though? Like
that is true.
Trust me, I'm sure there are reasons why the bars aren't open later.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So explain what we're gonna do today, Mike. What are we gonna do?
Anyway, okay. So today we're going back. We haven't done one of these shows probably in like 5 years. It's been a minute or two. What we're doing is we're going to go around the goal of this show is to maybe help you discover a restaurant you haven't enjoyed in a while, or maybe never before. And on top of that, maybe a menu item from a restaurant that you've been to, but you didn't know, hey, I didn't know they had that at that restaurant. And I like that kind of food. Maybe I should go there and check that out on my next Walt Disney World vacation. But again, we're going over to the Mouse for Less. And the way this is going to work is we are going to read an item from a menu. The other two people have to try to guess what restaurant that menu item comes from. So I'm going to lead it off, and this is not going to be hard. I'm going to make an easy one for the first one, and then I'll give it to Ricky. Ricky will get the first shot to see if she can pick where this comes from, and then it'll go to Scott. And then if they don't get it, then I'll go to a second menu item from that restaurant, and then we'll go 3 tries, and then they're out. Okay, so here we go. The first thing I'm going to go is an entree, and this is the lead entree at this restaurant. And it is a ribeye steak, USDA prime. And here's the description. And again, I'm terrible. I'm not a foodie, so I will butcher every kind of description because, Walt Disney World has to have fancy descriptions. But it is an herbed Gruyere Yukon gold potato, onion, cognac gravy, and crispy onions for $59. That is an expensive steak and taters.
Oh my gosh. That is that Le Cellier? Is that Le Cellier?
We have a winner on the first pick. Yes, it is from Le Cellier, the $59 ribeye steak, USDA prime with Yukon. The thing they should have given you was the Yukon, because that is from Canada.
Yes, it was from Canada.
I wasn't trying to be too hard on the first one. I'm trying to lay the
I mean, I'm sorry I didn't give Scott a chance to get a pick there.
That's all right. That's all right. It was a good one. That was a good pick.
Maybe that's trying to kind of get the flow going. Okay, so
I had 1 and 2 options, and Le Cellier was one of them. So
what was the other one?
I was going to go Yachtsman. Actually, I felt a lot of Yachty in there.
I can see a lot of Yachty in there. Yeah, exactly.
Yukon gave it away though. Okay, so Ricky, go with yours, and then Scott will have the first guess.
Okay, all right. So my first one is Cajun chicken pasta. It is pulled Cajun spiced chicken, Parmesan cream sauce, roasted mushrooms, peas, peppers, and onions. So where do you think that is? I guess we'll start with Scott, since Scott didn't get the chance to,
We're going the same order all the way.
I think I kind of want to book this for tonight for my ADR.
Does it sound good?
That sounds really good.
Yeah. I've had this, by the way, and it is good.
I think I'm wrong here because, I think I'm wrong. But I'm going to go with my gut. Anyway, I'm saying Ale and Compass.
You are wrong. That is not correct.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Cajun. See, this isn't real. It's a table service restaurant, but you don't order. I'm thinking Sebastian's Bistro.
That is also incorrect. No, that is incorrect.
Dang.
Okay. All right. So are we ready for the second menu option?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Okay. The next menu option is going to be grilled vegetable skewer with impossible kefta, roasted plant kefta, lentil rice, eggplant spread. Where do you think that is?
What is this? Restaurant Marrakesh is going to be my guess. And I think I'm wrong.
That is incorrect. No. Yep. All right, Mike, where are you
He's
at?
stumping us.
Kafka. Dude, I am so bad at foods that are fancy and because I don't eat it all. Oh man. Trying to think. This has got to be a place at Epcot because it sounds very well. Let me try to think. So it had, oh man. Those two things don't sound like they go together. I'm trying to. I'm like mentally walking through World Showcase. It wouldn't be France. Wouldn't. Oh, Spice Road Table.
That is also incorrect.
Dang, I thought I had it there for real.
All right.
I'm sweating here. Just thinking about that Cajun pasta is actually making me sweat a little bit.
All right. I'm telling you that Cajun pasta is really good. I have had it, and it's quite delicious. Okay. All right. This next one, it may help.
The last one, you win.
This is the last one. I should I go with a hard one, or should I go with one that I think might give it to you guys?
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you feel. Are you feeling nice or not?
I put it on tea for you, but go ahead.
I put it on tea. Okay. All right. We'll see. Okay. We're gonna go with this next one here. All right. I'm gonna make it. We'll see. All right. Shrimp and grits, sauteed shrimp, cheddar grits, local corn succotash, andouille sausage, and Creole spice emulsion.
See, now I know it, but it's only because it's in the chat.
I'm trying to ignore that comment in the chat. I was thinking that too, but I'm gonna say something weird here because like this could be on the menu here. I know it's wrong, but and the reason I'm saying this because like I don't even look at the menu when I go to this restaurant because I always know what I'm going to get. So this could be on there, but I'm going to go with Olivia's.
That is not correct. No.
All right, so the last one I got to give, and this is Tammy in the live chat. This is not my guess, but I think it is right. Is it Boat Rides over at Riverside?
That is also not correct.
Really?
I got you guys. All right. So you're never going to guess what this is because you didn't guess what this is. Yeah. This is actually at Coral Reef at Epcot. So Epcot has Coral Reef has some really interesting choices, and they are not actually, honestly, the majority of them are, well, about half are not seafood related. So you've got this. Yeah, exactly. So you've got the shrimp and grits. Now, obviously that's seafood related. That Cajun chicken pasta is fantastic. You've got the grilled vegetable skewer with impossible kefta. There's seared mahi, and then there's a 10-ounce slow roasted prime rib, which I've also eaten. It was quite good. And then there's the orange glazed sustainable salmon. So that's what's on the menu here. It's not all seafood. See, everybody thinks Coral Reef is all seafood. It's not. So
that's a fun place to eat. Like it's so overlooked, and you walk right past it now lately. You know when you walk.
You absolutely are walking right past it now with the way the new setup is for walking in Epcot. I mean, if you're going on that side, I mean, you're walking right past it, and I still think people don't know it's there. I mean, I
know it's so like tucked away, even right there in the.
It is. People didn't know it was there before because it was a dead end. Now they walk right past it because they're on their way to the rest of the park and. Yeah, so you can get an ADR there usually pretty easily. I find them pop up quite frequently. So if you like the sound of that menu, try Coral Reef. You may actually enjoy it.
And that's what this show's about right there, because somebody might say, I'm going to give Coral Reef a shot. And it's an ADR you can get late in the game.
And I've made 2 or 3 ADRs recently there. So we went to Coral Reef on our first trip. So it always makes me think of that, because I was like, so cool, full house. Like we're at the place, but like, every time we've been there, it's been so slow. Like we have to wait like 45 minutes just to get a table every time. And now hopefully it's gotten better, but like the 3
I went early in the dinner, like I went like 5 o'clock. So maybe that's why. I don't know.
Maybe like, cause we've done lunch and dinner there and maybe we're just like at that worst time, but like we've had to wait forever. We've done so many photo shoots in that area because we got nothing else going on. We're just sitting there waiting for a table. So that's why I always back out of it. Cause like, I don't know if I can commit to 2 hours for Coral Reef. But,
the fish are just chilling. So they're not hurt.
That's a great pick, Ricky. I like that a lot.
All right, Scotty G, you're up. Give us your first menu item from your mystery restaurant at Walt Disney World.
My mystery restaurant. So I'm going to start with an appetizer.
Okay.
It is called the BLT salad. Bacon, iceberg lettuce, tomato, and get this. I love this. Warm bacon dressing. Warm bacon dressing? Like sign me up for some bacon dressing. What the heck? Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh my God. That sounds amazing.
I'm going with, so we're going in the same order. I'm going with, because again, this could be really anywhere. This is a shot.
It kind of is. I know. Kind of a jerk move to go with this item.
That's a tough one. I'm going Steakhouse 71.
Nope, you are incorrect.
That was, I mean, it could be anywhere. This sounds like a steakhouse.
I just want to get that item out there because I never heard of like warm bacon dressing.
We should never record this show at this time of the day. Dude, I can't even talk because I'm like salivating because I'm so hungry. Ricky, go, because I could totally crush that right now. Go ahead, Ricky.
I mean, I could absolutely crush it too. I'm gonna say flying fish.
And that is incorrect as well. I like those guesses though.
All right.
Okay, next time.
So I want to tee it up at some point, but this is like my obscure item. Like this is what I was telling you about earlier, Mike. I saw this menu because I was trying to make ADRs. I'm like, what is this item? So it's a kids create your own selection. So this is on the kids menu, and like I had to like look at this 5 times to make sure I read this right. It's called the Mickey-lodeon. So
wait, this is
sorry, what?
This isn't over at the old Nick hotel.
So I was like, why would they have something that's a play on the word Nickelodeon? That's like a rival basically, and then put Mickey in front of it. But it is a real menu item. It's on the Mouse for Less. It's on Disney's website. It's a kids menu item called Mickey-lodeon.
Well, what is it?
That's the thing. It's an unknown mystery. It's just called Mickey-lodeon. There's not even a description, Mike. It's just called.
I have no idea.
It's just called Mickey-lodeon.
I would Google this to find out what it is, but I know as soon as I Google it, it's going to pop up what the restaurant is.
People that aren't watching the video, I'm just sitting here looking at it. It's got like, okay, what is it?
So hold on. So it's create your own selections. You choose 2. Vegetables, mashed potatoes, apples, fruit, Nickelodeon, or cookies and milk. Like it is an item that it's called Mickey-lodeon. I'm just saying.
Okay, this is really okay. Just okay. Let me just pick a restaurant.
You go first, Mike. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
what?
I'm picking.
I have an idea.
I'm going back to the BLT thing and trying to pick this would, but it's got to have a Nickelodeon. So I'm thinking Mickey-lodeon. Okay, so Mickey-lodeon would be something kind of.
Maybe it's like some other fancy name and I'm pronouncing it wrong.
But I'm thinking of something like at the studios. So I'm thinking sci-fi dine-in.
Your answer, sir, is incorrect.
Oh, dang it.
Okay. I'm also feeling like it's at the studios.
This is all about context clues.
And I don't think it's that. And the only other option that I can maybe think of is at Hollywood and Vine.
That's a good guess.
So I'm going with Hollywood and Vine.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
That is incorrect.
Dang. Okay. All right.
Since I've been kind of mean, I just really wanted to share that obscure.
I'm going to Google what Nickelodeon is after this. Yeah.
Because it's such a mystery. Like, what the heck is that, right?
I want to order a Mickey-lodeon at this point.
Yeah. So, Mike, I might be being nice here and teeing one up. So I'm going to go with an entree now.
Good.
It is called the Home-Style Meatloaf. Glazed with tomato sauce and served with mashed potatoes and seasonal vegetables.
This is 50s prime time.
Yeah, he's got it now.
That is not 50s prime time.
Seriously?
Oh, man.
It is not.
Okay, Ricky, so this is you or Scott wins this one.
Oh my gosh. What else could have meatloaf? Is it Chef Mickey's?
It is not Chef Mickey's.
Dang it.
It is what I think of when I hear 50s is what I think of with meatloaf, and this is like the other place
I think Tammy's got it right.
It is the Plaza restaurant.
I've eaten that meatloaf.
They have a great meatloaf.
They have a fantastic meatloaf, and I'm so mad.
I heard they have a great Mickey-lodeon, personally.
I'm so mad because I've had that meatloaf multiple times too. Oh man, that makes me angry.
Mike, that sounds like Mike. I could just totally see you getting that salad with that bacon, that warm bacon dressing, your meatloaf, and I don't know if you're just a Nickelodeon though.
I've had that meatloaf there many times. It is killer.
It is so good.
I forgot about it. Oh.
It is good.
So, Ricky, let me know what you find out about Mickey-lodeon later, though.
Yeah,
that could be a blog post.
I'm really
right
curious as to what on earth Mickey-lodeon is. So
somebody needs to Instagram the Mickey-lodeon and tag.
I mean, I might have made an ADR for this just so I can
find out. He's gonna order the Mickey-lodeon. Just
like I know I'm not 10 or under, but like, can I please try the Mickey-lodeon?
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna do another round, or
let's do another round. Elizabeth, who's a great real estate agent, because I get her emails, and if I was selling a house or buying a house, I'd use her. Says, just looked it up. The Michelodian is an ice cream dish at the Plaza.
Oh,
now you have me totally confused because I thought it was food.
I did too.
Well, it said choose two, so like I guess you could choose your vegetables and Michelodian.
Ice cream? Okay.
That did not help.
No, that did not help.
Okay, continuing on because we
learned
people left and right. Okay, here's mine. I'm going with an entree for my restaurant. You're right. It's an entree because I'm making it easy on you guys. I'm not. Well, this one. Okay, because you guys were making it super hard. This one's not super easy. I just want to say this word because I know what it is, even though it's a fancy word because I've heard them talk about it on a podcast. It's called the sous vide short rib. It's a beef short rib tinga, avocado, tomato, red onion, cilantro salsa served with plantain rice for $36.
My man put the price out there.
I'm giving prices. I'm reading it right off the mouse for less.
Is this,
all right, Ricky's got the first guess. Where's that from?
Is this the Maya Grill?
Oh my gosh, you got on the first guess. But I mean, you're using my restaurant against me. Dang it. I mean, how'd you get that? That could have been
cilantro. The cilantro got me.
That was really impressive. I did not have that. No,
it was whatever. It was the cilantro, and then something else you said with it, and I was like, well, that sounds
the Mexican stuff.
That sounds Mexican. I was like, that sounds like that has a Mexican flair to it. And I know Mike loves the Maya Grill.
He is. I didn't read any of that. You're killing me. Oh man.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Tortilla soup.
That was so good. That was really impressive.
Mojo. I don't even know.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to guess it on the first one.
Maya Grill, but I try to sneak one in that like this. They're never going to get this because that's not Mexican.
I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to guess it on the first one.
I stink at this game.
Okay.
Dang, I'm so good. I thought I had you.
Nope.
You got it like in 2.6 seconds.
Sorry.
Okay,
Mike.
go ahead, Ricky. I'm done.
So sorry. Okay. All right. So this one, dude, I could totally mess with you guys because this menu has something on it. That was on the last menu.
You've gotten both of my things on the first pick in like an average of 1.5 seconds.
I could totally mess with you guys because this menu that I'm looking at has the exact same thing that was on the last menu of Cajun pasta made with linguine, grilled chicken, and
don't do that. Don't be cruel.
I won't be cruel, but that is an extra hint that this is on this menu. So okay,
we got an extra.
You get an extra hint because I don't think either of you guys are gonna get this.
We gotta get this, Mike. Let's not have a sleeper again.
So the first one is baby back ribs, smoked and grilled with honey chipotle barbecue sauce, served with white cheddar, mashed potatoes, and seasonal fresh vegetables.
Dang, that sounds so good.
It does. All right.
Baby back.
Scott, you're up.
I just can't even think of a restaurant where I've seen baby back ribs.
I have a guess.
I got a guess too, like because this place could just have so many menu items and options. So I'm going Chef Mickey's.
Wrong. Sucker, that's not it.
City Works.
Is that also not City Works? You are wrong.
They give me the yes.
I wish you gave me that point. I thought I was like, you're right.
I got in my seat. I was like,
yeah. I got no. It is not City Works. No, you are also incorrect with that. All right.
Let's keep it going with the C names, Mike. Let's see what comes from France. Dang it.
Okay, the next thing is going to be habanero chicken. So it is grilled chicken with sweet and spicy habanero glaze, topped with pico de gallo, avocado, cilantro, served with seasonal fresh vegetables and cilantro lime rice.
Okay, so it's all Mexican, Scott. We are working together at this point. That's gotta be someplace got a little Mexican flavor to it.
I know, but it could be a trick.
It's tricking us to go Maya Grill, like doubling up on us.
I don't think they have this here, but I'm gonna take a chance. I like where you were. We are gonna discuss this one, Ricky, because we got to figure this out. But I think her strategy is to trick us a little bit and go to Disney Springs. I think it's gonna be a Disney Springs restaurant.
That'd be a sleeper.
this might not be a solid pick, but they have so many options. I'm going to go with Haleo.
Wrong. Incorrect, sir. That is not right.
Okay. I'm with you because I think she's totally trying to mess with us and make it so hard that we're never going to get it because we never think about this restaurant. Frontier Cucina.
Wrong. That is not it.
We would like. I'm trying to like get in your head. I'm just trying to think like.
All right. Well, this is really gonna screw you guys up then.
Oh boy, big menu, Mike. Lots of options.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Classic mac and chicken with grilled chicken and topped with Asiago breadcrumbs.
Okay.
I think it's in the chat.
So I was gonna go Boathouse, but I know what their mac and cheese is like, and it doesn't come with chicken. So Boathouse is gonna be out the window. Man, this is so tough. I was trying to think something that has like a huge menu. I know the place in the chat has the suggestion in the chat.
Biggest menu.
I think like one of the biggest menus. Yes. Do you want to take it, or do you want me to try it? Do you have a backup answer?
That would be my guess. I think that is it.
All right, for time purposes, I'm gonna go with Paradiso 37.
Oh, that's sweet, but wrong. Also very wrong.
Oh, all right, Mike, it's all you.
Man, I do. Okay, this is I don't think this is.
What about an idea off me?
I'm thinking of bowling alley.
Splitsville, huh? I don't know if their menu goes that deep though.
It does go pretty deep though, man. It's crazy. They have sushi and stuff.
I'm trying to think baby back ribs. I have not seen baby back ribs like on the menu.
Can you imagine eating ribs and trying to bowl? Like
could it be the new Toy Story barbecue place?
Oh,
I don't know what they have on that menu.
I don't either. But I just want to think about bowling with ribs.
Okay, go bowling with ribs.
Splitsville.
But now all I can do is picture Mike having like ribs, barbecue sauce all over his finger, trying to pull a ball.
My ball doesn't have enough oil on. I'm gonna put some barbecue on this bowling ball.
All right, I definitely got you guys, and I don't think anybody will guess this. And if you do, more power to you, because this is not a restaurant most people think of at all. And this is Big River Grill at Disney's Boardwalk.
Big River Grill.
And the reason nobody ever thinks about it is because you can't get an ADR there. Yep. So nobody ever looks at the menu. But they do have a very vast menu. So, I mean, if you're really thinking of trying to find something that's different and unique at Disney, I mean, they have nachos. They have a crab dip. They have chicken quesadillas. They have salads. They have lots of different choices for salads, a lot of choices. They have a beer cheese soup here. And then they have things like the mac and chicken, the Cajun pasta, the ribeye, the baby back ribs, habanero chicken, a blackened Creole salmon, and blackened fish tacos. And then they have a bunch of sandwiches too and burgers. So like they really do have a vast menu for anybody who's looking for something, you know, that has like a kind of a picky family. Everybody wants something different. Like this is definitely one of those restaurants, but it's again not a place you can make an ADR for. So you have to walk up to it and go that way.
That's a great one.
That's
a great stumper. I've only been there once in my life.
I've actually never been there. So
we ate there once during Summit a couple years ago, and I will say we ate inside. It is super boring inside.
I'm sure it's very boring.
I was like intrigued by the place for like years. Yeah. I really want to eat there. Like I don't know why. And then when we got sat down inside, I'm like, this is the most boring restaurant.
Is it owned Disney or is it a third party? I think it's a third party, isn't it?
If we'd ate outside, it'd probably been better because, like, at least you have like
eating outside because you got some entertainment of people.
Do they have outdoor dining there? I don't even know.
They have outdoor dining. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of.
They have like these red tables and stuff. Like I've been out there before.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't looking for the most.
And if you're a beer drinker, they actually have some pretty good beers.
Yeah, Pam always talks about the beers.
It's kind of more for the beer drinking, I would say, to be honest. But
agreed. But like I said, if you've got kind of a picky family, who's looking, you know, you just need something, then yeah, this is definitely a good choice for you, I think.
Hey, like I mean, I like beer, I like a barbecue, ribs, like sign me up.
There you go.
I still think the Splitsville needs to have ribs.
You know what? Actually, hang on. I have Splitsville's menu pulled up because I did think about going with Splitsville for a quick hot second. And let me see here if they have ribs on their menu because now I'm actually curious.
Any kind of barbecue, anything with sauce.
Let's see, they have smoked chicken, handhelds. Obviously, you're gonna need a handheld while you're bowling because nothing says bowling like having a French dip in one hand. No, they don't have any ribs, so
that's probably smart. I mean, that'd be a mess.
That would be very. Ew, can you imagine sticking your finger in a ball and somebody else had stuck their finger in with barbecue sauce? No, thank you. I'm out. Ew.
All right, Scott's got the last one. This is it. Right. We're gonna wrap it up after this.
Guess what?
We'll play this again sometime too. This is too fun.
Maybe this is saying too much information, but I'm eating here tonight.
Ooh. Hang on, let me pull up Scott's ADRs.
The night that this episode drops, I am eating here.
Let me pull up your ADRs.
I'm like, okay, LS Tekka.
There you go. All right. So my first entree is a classic, a grilled bone-in pork chop. All right. And I can read the description here. It's $28. I know you like to have that information, Mike. It's with creamy polenta, roasted tomatoes, mustard vincado, I think that's right, and charred broccolini, and in parentheses, contains alcohol product.
So I'm up. So I'm trying to think. So then I'm not looking at my Disney experience because I can see the video.
Right.
I know, I'm totally going to cheat and find out, yeah.
I'm trying to get in your head, though, where you would go. And see, I have an idea, but it seems too cheap for that location.
Okay. Oh.
I'm thinking Yachtsman. But it seems like it's too cheap for Yachtsman.
Yeah, I do like some Yachtsman, but you are incorrect.
Yeah, because I'm saying nothing there's probably $28.
All right. I am going to stay in that vein because I know how much Scotty G likes his yacht rock, and I think you were going to Ale and Compass.
Ooh, I mean, I love staying at the yacht. I'm always a yacht over beach club guy. You know, they're very similar resorts. I love Ale and Compass, but you are incorrect, Ricky.
Dang. I thought I had you on that one because I was like, you're getting ready to go on a cruise.
Right. I was on the same thing. Like, this guy's hat on. He's going to get his.
Who knows? Maybe I'll make an ADR change and do this one.
I know, right?
Because I'm kind of digging it. I'm really
we were going for a theme, so I just went with it.
Ricky and I are on the same.
Yeah, we are on the same page.
We can see your little hat.
Yep.
I'm going to I'm going to move over to dessert next.
Oh,
you know, because like I always say, like if you're undecided, just get dessert. You know, just start off with dessert. Like you never know what could happen to you during the meal. You might have to quick run out. You should have the best thing, right?
That's right.
All right. So this is called the Colors of Italy cheesecake. Oh. It has lemon cheesecake layered with raspberry marmalade and olive oil, cake topped with a whipped raspberry panna cotta. I think that's what that is.
Panna cotta.
Yep. And finished with raspberry basil sauce. It's garnished with halves of sparkle fresh raspberries. The Colors of Italy cheesecake.
That place we went to over.
I knew you were going to guess that.
At the Dolphin or the Swan.
Oh,
El Molino?
El Molino.
Yeah, that's a good place, but that's not it, man.
You're so big.
Dang it. Okay. I have two choices.
That's Italian, though, isn't it? That's Italian.
Oh, yeah.
I have two choices running through my head. I'm going to go with the one that unfortunately is in chat because that's the one that I was thinking of as well. I would say Tutto Italia.
Yeah. So Tutto holds a very special place in my heart. That was the first table service restaurant you can tell by my tone.
Yeah, that's
the first table service restaurant I ever went to at Walt Disney World. Our first night.
I wasn't going with Tammy's choice because she put it in the chat. That was actually one of the places that I had in mind.
Do you want another one? Do you want another guess?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Remember, you two should work together, like me and Mike tried to do.
It's true. I mean,
I had it there. I mean, you said
I thought I had it too.
There's must be Italian places, and it's got to be Italian at this point. I mean, you had the colors of the Italy flag.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with this one. Mama's Italian pasta. Fettuccine tossed with roasted tomatoes and garlic, artichokes, butter, and white wine sauce. It's $23, Mike.
I
know where this is now because it's affordable. Okay.
This is the other place I was going to guess.
Work together? You guys want to work together on this?
This is the other place I was going to guess. I think we both have
Studios.
Oh.
You're thinking?
No.
This got to be Mama Miller's.
Mama Miller's is a good guess, though.
What do you think?
I think it's Maria and Enzo's.
Ooh. Wade says it's Mama Melrose too in the chat.
But yeah, Mama Melrose is a good choice.
And Tammy says he has an ADR for Mama. I don't know how Tammy knows what his ADRs are. All right,
No,
I'll go Mama
maybe that's her
Melrose.
guess.
You back it up.
I'll go with Maria and Enzo. I don't think that's the answer.
He does usually go to a park on his travel.
That's why I say, yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right with Mama Melrose. I do think you're right.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Then you back it up with Maria and Enzo's Mama Melrose.
I am watching Fantasmic tonight.
Yes.
Good job. I tried to be nice on that last one by giving a name that said the word mama in it. I was trying to drop a hint there.
Here's the deal. I always forget about Mama Melrose. That is the one restaurant
everybody does.
I can. But here's the thing. Every time I go to make an ADR for that restaurant, I can't get one. That's why I've never been there. So I have never. I know I want to try it.
Sci-fi. I can't get in sci-fi. But
that's why I don't ever think about it. It's because I haven't dined there and I can't make a stupid ADR for that restaurant.
And Wade's talking about that pork chop. That pork chop is good. I was hoping that would kind of give in. But Mike, remember we did a Fantasmic dining patch and got like one of the best steaks I've ever had at Disney was at Mama Melrose of all places. It's so crazy.
You said polenta, and I knew it was Italian from the polenta mention. So that because Italian food definitely they have a lot of polenta in their dishes.
I might make this just that'd be weird to order 2 like entrees tonight, but maybe that's what I'm going to do. And I'll have that cheesecake.
Cruise, man, you get to order 2 everything on the cruise.
I've never had that cheesecake before though, and that sounded pretty good. So I might have to do that.
That sounds good.
But this is a fun game. I'm glad you guys kind of worked on a team there and kind of figured it out. Yeah. I like the Maria and Enzo twist there too, because they very well could have been that too.
It very well could have, but I didn't think that that's where you would go. Like I was like, this is really just a shot in the dark. I don't think that's where it is because it didn't feel like a Scott place. I don't know. Yeah. It didn't feel like a first. It didn't feel like a first night Scott place. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes 100% sense.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. This is fun.
It's fun. And hopefully folks are like, hey, I haven't gone to that restaurant. Like Coral Reef, I didn't have any clue about that. And who knew that you can get ribs at Splitsville?
You can't get ribs at Splitsville.
We need to make it happen. Come on, Splitsville. We need ribs and bowling. That'd be a mess. Anyway, we will play this game again. And yes, and Tammy was the 4th panelist, by the way. Tammy Hayes in the live chat. She helped us out. Sometimes she helped us. Sometimes she took us the wrong way.
She took us the wrong way.
She didn't take me the wrong way. I was terrible. I was terrible at this game.
I just want to say who guessed the most right.
Oh yeah, totally. You're the winner.
The stumper. You're the stumper. Yeah.
Who was it that always said terrible? Oh, it's, Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley. Terrible.
I was terrible today. So anyway, but hopefully you got to share some laughs with us. Maybe even found a new restaurant or even just an entree or dessert or appetizer. That's what it's all about. We're just here to have fun and talk Disney. But we're going to get out of here because we got to get down to Walt Disney World. And Scott's got to
stop rubbing it in.
And Ricky's going to be here and hold the fort down for all of us.
Yes, I am.
And she'll be on the Disney Wish next month. And
that's right.
We'll all be here sad and happy for Ricky. So that's how it goes.
That is
all right. So don't forget, show's always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. You know how it works. Magicforless.com. Fill out the quote form. Agent will get back to you right away. No cost to you. Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney. We'd love to help you plan that next trip. So check them out over at the magicforless.com. Please use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. That really helps us out. And thank you to our patrons, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Our patrons get that bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. So please support us over there starting at just $5 a month. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Give Ricky a follow on the social media at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS. Scott's at Epscott, EPSCOT. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike. Give us a follow, Instagram and Twitter this week. And we'll see everybody down in Florida that's heading down for the cruise and for Walt Disney World. Come up and say hey if you see us in the parks or at the resorts here, pre-cruise, post-cruise. And for everybody heading over to Port Canaveral, safe travels. Be careful. Get down there safely. And can't wait to see you over there and walking through those big Mickey ears here on Monday. So until we see you down there, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. That's fun. It worked out well. That was crazy, though. That was good.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm
so amazed. I can't
believe
believe I caught both of them from you, Mike, though. I actually literally can't believe I got both of them.
I'm terrible because I tried to find ones that I could actually read.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't. I had Chefs de France pulled up for a minute, and I'm like, I can't read anything on this menu.
That's unbelievable, man. She got him right off the bat.
The ribs could have been anywhere. Like the ribs, like that's not even Mexican.
It's a short rib.
Now, yeah, but you said there was something in that menu item that sounded kind of Mexican, so I was like, I think that might be.
I thought I had
cilantro.
Like,
was there cilantro?
There was cilantro, but then there was something else in there that was.
I thought I had it sure though, because I'm like, it's a Mexican restaurant, but it's not a Mexican item on here. Because it was like fish tacos, enchiladas.
Right, that would all be very easy.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, but I'm gonna pick something that's totally not Mexican. My grill. I'm like, shut up. You stink. I was like, no way.
So this is that weird week where like we leave on Friday, like you don't want to like leave a bunch of dishes in the house. I mean, we could just do dishes. So it's like we didn't grocery shop this week.
No.
So like no meals because Thursday I got to drop Oliver off and do all that stuff. I'm recording with Mike. So like, man, we're going out to eat every night this week.
I know, I get it. I've been there.
So I don't know where we're gonna have tonight. So
good luck.
Find out. Yeah,
I know. I'm trying to eat all the like cold cuts and stuff because we have a few cold cuts left. So I'm trying to eat those for same thing.
Yeah,
it's a mess. Yeah, same thing though. We're trying to like eat all.
And it sucks because we're coming back on a Monday and like Sunday is our grocery shopping day, so it's gonna be the same thing on the back end.
We're like, on the back end,
we come late on a Monday, and so we'll probably eat McDonald's on the drive home. That's kind of what we do from the airport. Eat some trash food. And then it's going to be like, well, what do we do the rest of the week? We don't grocery shop. So like, I'm going to be hurting, man. I'm going to be eating a ridiculous amount of food the next like 3 weeks.
It's too funny.
Yeah. Hey, Kelsey.
What's up, Kelsey? All
right, guys. I'm going to edit and
I won't talk to you guys on here. I hope you guys have a fantastic cruise.
We will. We'll talk to you. We'll be in the text.
I know. So,
all right.
We'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Brian, we owe him a big beer since he didn't get a big beer in the garden.
You definitely owe him a big beer. Trust me.
We do. We'll get him a big
beer. All right. We'll see you guys. Bye.